Hello and welcome to another video about eFestos. This time we're going to discuss about a new tool in eFestos that I call ChronosManager. It's a time management tool. So let's start using it. To install ChronosManager is very easy. You go to, as you do with most things, you go to the catalog browser if you're in pharo 5 or configuration browser, and you can search there. Typing your search, that's Greek, let's change it to English. You can change and you can find ChronosManager here and right click and install it. And when you install it, you will have an icon here. I have the icon inside the eFestos group because I have installed also another eFestos tool which is Nereas. It's the blue theme that I'm using, but you will have the icon here if you don't have Nereas. And you just select the icon and it opens the graph user interface. Now, how this thing works. Okay, in order to understand how this works, you should go here and open the timer stopwatch settings. Now, what it really matters are those fields here. Now, this field is the time limit field. What that means is that you're going to work on a task for 50 minutes. So this is hour, minutes, and seconds. So you're going to work for 50 minutes, which is the default number. And you're going to take a break for 10 minutes. And then you're going to repeat this process 8 times. So what it does is actually creating tasks. You can set here the amount of time you are spent on the task, the amount of time you take for a break so you can relax, and how many tasks you're going to have per day. Now, if you change this, let's change this to something smaller. You can change it, for example, to be only 10 seconds, which I'm putting here just for demonstrating press process. And let's say break of 5 seconds. And no 5. And if you put it here, set, you press here, it's going to set it. And now you see it says 10 seconds. Which is the amount of time we spend on working on something. And if I press play here, we see that is counted backwards. The green bar now displays here the amount of minutes, of course, because we have seconds. And you see now this is the break, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then again is the time we spend on working. But of course, because we have 0 minutes, it displays here 0, but if I change it back to the default settings, which is 50 minutes, and let's say 10 minutes break, and I set it again, you can place here to stop it, and then set it, and then press play again to start. You see now it removes the minutes as well, so this is actually the green bar now stands for minutes. And yeah, and that's it. Pretty much that's the functionality. You can hide these settings here, pressing this button here. You can hover over the buttons to give you a help status here that is describing what each button is doing. If you forget, for example, what each button is doing, you can get here an instruction and tooltip how to use it. And if you disable this one here, which is the stopwatch timer functionality, it's going to go back to the clock, so you can see your time if you want something that is a clock and shows you the current time. You can minimize this. As you can see here, it displays you the time also, so you don't have to have the graph user interface displayed all the time. I'm going also to change the thumbnail here. You see now only the icon of Chronos. But I'm going to add some additional information so you don't have to keep the GUI open. And because some people asked me about a workaround, something that will help resize this GUI, because for some people this GUI is quite big, I have implemented a workaround, which I'm going to improve in the future. And you can use the halos. Just remember to click twice. So Alt-Shift and click, left click once more until it says CHR GUI morph, which is the central morph of this graph user interface, and you can resize it. Okay, so you can resize it, as small as you want. As you can see, it's resizing very, very small. But something like this, which is a bit smaller. And the only problem is that it removes the taskbar here. But that's not a big problem because you can always close it and open it again. Just remember that if you close it, you're going to lose your current time. So as you can see, it starts from the start once again. So this is the functionality of Chronos. You can play and stop the time here at any time. I think that's pretty much is obvious. And you can change, of course, as I said, the stopwatch and the timer functionality here, which is just the way it displays things. I'm going to add several other stuff to this. I'm going to add a calendar which will allow you to track your progress through time. So let's say that in Monday you have 8 tasks goals, and then you have 3 tasks, and then the next day you have 4 tasks. So you want to keep track of how much time you spent on each task and have a calendar that says that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I was spending time on those things. And maybe have a to-do list, or a general schedule of how you spend your time on things. And I would like to expand this tool to include those features in the future. But for now, for version 0.1, this is what ChronosManager can do for you. And I hope you find it useful and help you manage your time much more easily and help you focus on the things that matter the most without working too much on things and without forgetting to take your very important breaks and be much more efficient and much more productive. See you on the next video on Infostos.